Air has become one of my favorite topics to talk about. Breath.
Okay, pause for a minute. Okay, so I said in the camera to speak up for a minute, so maybe we start again, just a little bit higher. And,
Okay.
Okay, now we're ready.
Okay, so I would like to share some of my thoughts on the breath, which happens to be one of my favorite topics, one that I'm very passionate about. I was given a life journey of asthma at a young age, and it became the work that I ended up doing and moving into in my life. The work of reconnecting us all, reconnecting myself, and teaching people how to be so present with their breath that it becomes the pathway to rediscovery and coming home to the body, really coming home to the body. We hear a lot, we all talk a lot about Gaia, our Mother Earth. And what I have come to know and who I have come to know is Inspira. Inspira is the goddess of breath, and she is sister of Gaia. And earth and air are the two things that create the well-being, the harmony on our planet. Breathing and being on the earth, our support system, our everything that is our home. The breath in spirit is the goddess who is with us all the time. And as we learn about the breath, it's been overlooked a lot in our culture. As a nurse, I say that in that it's been overlooked in the medical system as really the key element that will, again, reconnect us to the body, and if we use it correctly, can bring healing, deep inner healing to the body that nothing else has been able to do. Nothing else has been able to do. Because the truth is, any of the dis-eases or imbalances that we see in society right now, nothing can be done by giving us something else that our body has to work with. We have our breath at any given moment, and the breath, the power of the breath, it has been talked about in spiritual traditions all over the world for thousands of years. Pranayama was developed 3,000 to 5,000 years ago in Ayurveda in India as the practice, the discipline of controlling the breath and life force. So as we learn to work with our breath in specific ways, we are able literally to change symptoms in our bodies, to affect how our skin might be receiving or eliminating nutrients or toxins from the body, from our digestive system. It's deeply intertwined in everything we do. And yes, there is a saying that I've been saying for years, it's not mind, breath. With breath, all things are possible. And that is the ultimate truth. With breath, all things are possible. And when we look at breathing healing, there are three classic words, which are less is more. There's a belief in our world now that deep breathing is the key to regaining health and wellness. Well, in truth, we've been shown, or what we know medically or scientifically, is that up to about 90% of people in the Western world are chronic overbreathers, which surprises a lot of people. And one of the symptoms of chronic overbreathing, some of them are upper chest breathing, mouth breathing, holding the breath on the inhale. And over the years, there have been so many people who've come to me or I have spoken with who say to me, I don't breathe. I don't breathe. And actually what I remind them is you are always breathing. It is the one thing that is always happening to you. And what would happen? You would pass out. You would faint before you stopped taking your own breath. It is impossible for a human being to asphyxiate themselves. And it is also impossible, I'm losing my train of thought right now. It is impossible for human beings to asphyxiate themselves. So when we come to a place where we can decrease the volume, we can come back to restoration of parasympathetic dominance in our bodies, which is in the foundation, our gut, our belly, our womb, our earth, mother, and even with men and women, it's the source of all creations. This is where life is created in this part of our body. And what we know is with healthy parasympathetic breathing, which is the restorative breathing, which is breathing that will keep us, our immune system healthy, our digestive system healthy. We want to be breathing in a parasympathetic way. The source of it is the abdomen, because the muscles of the respiratory system and the abdominal system are woven together in such a way that they work together to bring in full amounts of breath and release the breath through the nose, in and out. Nose is for breathing, mouth is for eating. Basics, simple. Another thing to love about breathing, working with the breath, it's very simple. It is not difficult. The most difficult thing that people encounter is their reluctance to pay attention. Their choice to, our choice, my choice, to be distracted. We live in a world with so many distractions. There's so much here, there's that, there, oh, look at this. And that alone is one thing that can cause people to overbreathe. The body does not determine what is good or bad stress. But anytime we need more oxygen because we're moving more quickly, or we're dehydrated, or we're suffering from even mild malnutrition, which many of us are unaware of, our body takes that as a lack of oxygen to the cells, and it takes that as a message to breathe more, to start nutrifying the cells in such a way that everything can be given what it needs, nourished on a deep, deep level. So I need to stop.
Want to pause? Yeah, that's good.
Forget.